It does say it's starting. Okay, so there was quite a bit of internet issues yesterday, so we're gonna have to find out today if that is going to be a reoccurring issue. Right now the internet is fine, but it might change. We have talked about changing the internet type we use here. We have a wireless connection, which is something we brought us from back when we lived in a camper. So you know, the internet that we get to our box is not hooked up to the house, because that's usually how FiberNet and that sort of thing is being used. But instead we just get it wirelessly, which is fine. It has great connection. It's just not so great when you have multiple devices in the house that needs the connection, because it can't reach down here. So I sound a little bit off. It's because I'm a little bit sick, I feel. Not sick, but I don't know. For yesterday I felt a little bit with my stuffed, as well as I do today. But we're gonna do some mount farming. I did also change quite a bit when it comes to the Death Knight layout. We're gonna be using the Death Knight again today. Oh, look at this! I finally got my farm up and running. What is this pet? Or mount? Maybe it's something I bought from the Night Elves. It's Ansu. Oh, sorry, the Raven Lord. I call it Ansu because I believe that's the creature you kill to get it. Just gonna shake my box. Okay, so we're gonna start in Stormwind, I think. Actually, no, we're not gonna start in Stormwind because we're at the garrison, so we might as well take the mount that are in the Draenor zone. So I think we're gonna take Rookmar. Rookmar is one that I really want to get, so we'll try and see if we can get it. It's kind of funny, like when I reminiscent back in the day when I started this game, at least in Legion, roughly, when I started playing it again. I had this sort of feeling that there's all these mounts you can get, but they're all sort of locked behind... Oh, hey there. There's a dog here. They're also locked behind this huge grind that you need to go every single week to go get these mounts, and then you have like the smallest attempt ever to try and get them. So it's about persisting and perseverance, and you just gotta keep pushing, and then one day you'll actually get the drop. I used to think like I gave up just thinking about that. Like I did not want to do it, but I think today I'm actually okay with it. It's kind of a cozy thing to do, just every week, just taking a round to all the different mounts. I'm getting very familiar with my Death Knight in a way that I was not familiar with him back in Legion, because I mained my Death Knight. I played my Death Knight throughout the entirety of Legion, at least when I started in Legion, which was right at the end. So I shouldn't probably say the entirety of Legion. Oh, there's Rookmar! Coming for you. Just wait there. I'll be right over to, I don't know, put it to seize on you or something. Yeah, so my Death Knight, when I played him back then, was like I had these spells and I would look up rotations, but I wouldn't really understand. You know, when it's kind of like programming. You learn how to program, let's say, a image uploading system, but you just memorize. You just memorize how you're supposed to program it. You don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, and because you don't understand it, you can't make alterations to it yourself. You just know that this is how it's supposed to be written, therefore this is how you're going to write it. That's how I played my Death Knight before. Is Rookmar gonna... He was going the wrong way, wasn't he? Maybe he's just doing like a weird loop-to-loop thing. So yeah, I would use my abilities and I would be a little bit confused about, like, I felt like I never had any strong abilities to use. But I'm sort of understanding now how everything works with the Death Knight at a different level than I did before. I know he's here. We just saw him. Is somebody waiting up there? Because usually people who already unlock flying, they'll be sitting up there, and then they'll just wait for him to come around. But I don't think they're there, so. Yeah, he's gonna show up. We just flew past him. So I kind of noticed that with my Death Knight, we have these 4 abilities that are on cooldown that I use for like offensive techniques, offensive cooldowns we call it. And these are like the ones that gives me like a huge burst of damage. I can actually get the same amount of damage as my item level 392 druid. No, not 390. That was the other druid. 386 druid, I think. And this guy is only 368, so it's 20 item levels to difference, and I can get the same amount of damage if I use all those cooldowns. But when the cooldowns are not up and running, I do poor damage. So it's about maintaining those cooldowns. Where is he? I just saw him. That's not you. Maybe he was just around, so you have to take like an entire round to get back. Oh, there he is. Yep, I knew I saw him. So besides those 4 strong cooldowns, there's also 2 attacks that spends runes and 2 attacks that spends runic power. And you have to sort of decide which ones to use. First, you gotta spend your runes, or at least as many as possible before you cap at runic power. So if I go over here, I'll use my strongest... Oh crap, I fell down. I'm all the way down again. Oh no. Okay, he came down to me. So I'll use my strong single target. Then you can see it starts... Oh no! I didn't move my thing in here. Oh, all my things are off. I need to go fix that. Maybe if my girlfriend is so kind to turn on my laptop in the living room, because she might be watching now, and get it ready for me, then I can go and transfer everything. I need everything transferred. This is not good. This is actually really bad. Wait, is somebody fighting him? I feel like somebody else might be here. Okay, well we have some other ranged abilities, so I'll just use those. That's actually pretty cool, this Death Knight. You can use ranged abilities. I can sit down here and I can shoot him. There you go. Yeah, we just got gold. Okay, I'm gonna have to go fix that really quick. You're gonna be listening to my dog eating a bone, meanwhile. I also got some rodents in here now, so I'll be right back. This is very important. Otherwise, it's not working. Pick. back. Don't worry. I'm still here. I recently just learned how to transfer things on USB drives. So we're actually gonna need to close down the game really quickly. Like all my settings and everything from my laptop. Because yesterday I couldn't stream. So I set up everything on my laptop. And I have not copied in here. Is it not registering my USB drive? Oh, there we go. Right? Is it not registering? Come on. I know the screen is just black for you guys. Is it not right? Yeah, it should be right. There we go. Okay. Maybe it's because there's dirt. Okay, so we have an add-on we need. This one is very important. Of course, it's the zip file version I transferred. There we go. Over there. Then we got to go back to World of Warcraft, retail, and replace the WTF folder. It's going to ask me if I want to overwrite things. I'm just going to say yes. Yes, replace. But it's really noisy when you do that thing with your bone. Okay, I think we're good. Let's try and start up the game again. And close down Twitch. I don't want to run unnecessary internet. Especially not since yesterday's experience. Okay. Let's see if I can get my hair out of the way. There we go. Did I break everything now? Since I transferred stuff? Are we good?
I can't use that item yet.
Oh, lure warning. All the things. Oh, right, yeah. Okay. Let's try it. Let's try attacking. It's going to be interesting. Yes, it's working. Okay, no, we're fine. Okay, so what to do now? There was a lure warning. And I don't know why it popped up. It's probably just because I loaded the game for the first time. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Stormwind, because we did what we came here for. Begins a quest. No, okay. There's quite a bit of storage management I need to fix at some point, because all these things, I should probably just put everything in my bank. You know what, I think I'm gonna do that. I think we can take the portal to, you know, the Death Knight area. Ikke for us. I have to remember, what did I say? I said something and I gotta respond. Not for us, my girlfriend said. Okay. Oh, my map is loading up slow. There we go. Yeah, so we can take... Oh, it takes us to Dalaran. So we're taking quite a bit of a side shortcut. Like, this is if there's no other way, we'll go this way. Because it's a bit of a long way and there's a lot of loading time, so let's not do that unless absolutely necessary. Oh, bestest noise. Okay, that's good. It's really loud for me. When he's eating his bone, he's eating it up against a wooden desk, and it's making noise. Okay, I kind of like this steed. This is like the original Death Knight one that you get. Oh, there's a bank here. We'll just go to this bank. Do I have any bags in there? Yeah, I should have, because it was in Legion, so I should have filled it up with bags. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, I even have the sword I got. This is the Tashalach, the fire sword. That was like a rare drop for me. Okay, let's just start putting things in. I have my artifact weapons in here too. Okay. Let's put them at the bottom here, because we should not be carrying them around. Where's the other artifact weapon? Do I carry one with me? 1, 2. Which one am I missing? I'm missing the frost one. Where's my frost artifact weapon? I know you can't destroy it, so it should be here somewhere. Is it in my bag? It might be in my bag. I don't know. It's kind of like... I feel like it's like a puzzle. You can't really see what is what. It's not this one, but I'll put that down there. Oh, this one I want to keep with me. Let's trade it for this one. Don't need that. It's actually quite a bit of stuff I could sell. You know what? I'm gonna sell these things. I'm gonna put that there, there, there. You can't sell that. That's unsellable things. I'll put that there. I have more of these orbs. Put that in there. Okay, I don't know where it is, which is kind of an issue, because you're supposed to know where it is. But I'll just start filling stuff over. There's some enchantments. We don't need those. Maybe I'll run into it. I don't know. It should be here. I just don't know where it is. Like, I'm really, really curious to where I left it. No, it's not there. Okay. Potion. Oh, this is all the way back from the beginning when I started my Death Knights, I think. Okay. Put that over. The rice cake. We don't need that. What is that? Health? Health? Oh, cheap beer. Yeah, we'll keep that one. Glow sticks. Yeah, we're not gonna go to a party anytime soon. Dark Moon game token. Yeah, we'll throw that away. We don't need that. Tome of manipulation. Oh, nice. Okay. What else should we put in? The beacon. We don't need that. We don't need this. We don't need this. Anything else we don't need? Well, there's this entire bag up here. This is a quest item, quest item, quest item. Breath of One Samdi. Telemancy orb. Yeah, we don't need that. Put that in there. What is that? Quest item. Mana node, that's a thing we also need as well. Oh, this one's important. We're not gonna throw that one away. In there. Quest item. In there. I'm sorry guys, this is okay, that's something weird. Let's keep that. Gold tombstone. Oh, I don't need that. Pet coins. I don't know. Conductic sheath. These are for Argus, so we don't need all this. Shiny pet charm. Polish. That's actually an old currency. We don't actually use those anymore. Okay. Then we have another one of these. Is that one of them? No, we can actually sell this one. Yeah, we can sell it. We'll sell it. Plain letter. Here it is! I found it. Okay. It was hiding. Found the weapon. I think we cleared up the bags pretty well now, so let's go ahead and exit. Then we have some stuff we can sell in the auction house. We have some stuff we can actually sell. I wonder if this is something you can sell. It says here you can sell at a vendor, so we should be able to. Why is my interface so big? It's because I'm used to my laptop. I'm used to it being so tiny. Everything looks so big now. Let me just go over to the... I might need to change the interface size, because it's quite big. It's not big on stream, because it's relative, but I'm sitting on a big screen, so... I don't know, it seems kind of big. Like, I don't want to sit here and have to like look to the corner to see one ability and then look to the other corner to watch the other ones. So I'm glad my ghoul isn't out. He's always getting into trouble. I think they change the ghouls every single day. Like they'll change the name of it. I still think it's the same ghoul. Like in the code of the game, but you know what I mean. They changed the name to make it seem like it's a new ghoul every day. Oh no, did I just spoil it for somebody who thought it was a different ghoul every day? Okay, let's see. Let's just attack and see what we have. Oh wow, it's big. Yeah, we need to change the interface size. Just slightly. Interface, actually no, it's not interface, it's system. Advanced UI scale. Is that good? What about this? Actually no, that might be too much. Let's put it here. Let's put it here. Let's try that again. I think this is good. Okay, so what I want to show here is when I attack, I actually set up everything. Right now you can see all my strong cooldowns on the side. So these are the ones that are like use them in like a tough situation. A boss, a player, something. Then I have a outbreak technique. When I use it, you can see it starts counting down here. I don't know why it keeps reapplying. It keeps reapplying for some reason. And it's not a glitch in my add-on, it's actually reapplying up here. I don't know why. Then I have my runes on top of my Death Knight in a circle, and then below here I have my rune power. So, and any buffs to show off that are free pops up here with a shining light, so I can use those. So you can actually see I'm spending my runes and charging up my rune power, which then goes over to the other abilities that I have down there. So I spend, then I can see, oh, I got enough down here, I start spending those instead. So I don't have enough yet. Now I do. I can actually spend one attack. Boom. Charge up. It's a little bit of charging time. I do have some abilities to make my runes charge up faster, but again, boom. That was a free one actually, so we can use it again. So we got some different things we can do here. Now there's technically three abilities that can spend rune power, or just runes, not rune power. There's one that is a really strong single target attack that applies a festering wound. That's important to note, because when we use these for different attacks. And then there's another one that spends those festering wounds, but also costs runes. So, you know, all the abilities that cost runes, is this one, that's a strong single target that applies. Then I can use a necrotic strike that also spends runes, but turns a festering wound into a necrotic something. Necrotic something. It absorbs healing that the opponent is taking, so I absorb the healing from them. And then I have another one down here that I could just throw away, but I instead changed the talent so I can use it as a range, so I can stand at afar. And again, it spends runes, and then it also spends the, what do you call it, the festering wounds that I talked about before. So it converts one of them and then turns it into AoE damage, which is kind of neat. So if you have a lot of enemies, let's actually find some over here. Go to the middle one. You'll notice that right now, if I spend my Clawing Shadow, I only hurt the middle target. That's kind of cool. Then I apply a festering wound, or actually 3 of them, and then I start hurting everyone around it. And now I have no more left, so I need to reapply another one. Just use this attack. Boom. And I can again attack. So this is kind of neat. I kind of like this whole thing. They say that Unholy Death Knight is kind of difficult to get good at. I like hearing that. That's the thing that attracts me to a class. So I like experimenting with it. And then besides that, once I charge up, I get this runic power down here. I have 2 attacks I can spend. Death Coil, which is a strong blast of damage. Not as strong, I would say mediocre blast of damage. And it reduces the cooldown of one of my, this one up here, that turns my, just summon him, turns my ghoul into a big monstrosity. So when I start using Death Coil, it reduces it by 1 second each time. So that's kind of neat. If we charge up again, boom, 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 boom. I also have another one called Death Strike. So if I lose health, this one heals me. If I really need a lot of healing because an opponent is just like tearing me apart, I have another ability I can spend that reduces the cost of death strikes. I can just like spam it, and I can spend so many of them. So there's a lot of things here going on with the Death Knight, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. Then there's a couple of cooldowns that are not... They're still offensive cooldowns, I would call them, but not really. Well, one of them is. It's called Reaper, or Soul Reaper. It goes in and gives me 2 runes, and also hurts the opponent over time of 8 seconds. And grants me haste? Yeah, it grants me haste as well. Didn't notice that. What is this called? Hammer Stealer. That is a weird name. Let's go away. Okay. So we're still mountain farming, so we should go to actually do that. We're gonna go to the Maelstrom. Then we're gonna try and farm for Dragon that I've been farming for every single day for the longest time now. I still haven't gotten it, but I might get it one day. Statistically, like I've been calculating statistically how many times I need to make these runs based off Wowhead's website, and statistically, I shouldn't be very long till I get one. Statistically, I could also, you know, not get it at all. Like that's also a chance. I have a bit of soda next to me here, just to give me something to drink. It's right up here. I like this mount here. It's so weird because it's my first cool mount to have received in this game. Oh, what is the difficulty? Is it set to normal? Okay, it's heroic. That's fine. I just did this dungeon yesterday in a time walking dungeon. I have never done that before. Ooh, we got a plate thing. Now, just a tip, always loot items, cause you will pick up cool stuff. So let's see what we got here. How's it look like? Oh, it actually looked pretty decent. I'll wait and just sort of check what that sells for. Let's actually open up that website. The Undermine Journal. What is it called? Oh, Fargo Deep? Fargo Deep Gauntlets. Fargo Deep. Let's see. It sells for 85 gold, so I'm not going to be selling it. Instead, I'm going to be spending it. Get away. Much rather keep it then. There you go. This is the fastest we can move as a Death Knight. I mean, we do also have another talent we can use, but it's just not really that good. Oh, another thing, a fist weapon. Can also sell that one. Why does it keep popping up here? Oh, it's my equipment bag. Oh, we need to change these bags. So that's equipment. That has to be equipment. These are going to be trade goods. Yeah. Okay, let's try and fix this up. Let's clean the bag. It's actually okay, I would say. Let's go ahead and take all the stuff that we can sell and put it at the bottom. Like this one. And all the Azurite stuff we'll put at the top, because we can't do anything with that besides scrapping it. This we can sell. Binds when equipped. Soulbound, so we can sell that. Soulbound. Bind when equipped. Soulbound. We can sell that. Okay. I'm not really getting anything new in this dungeon because I've done it so many times. But it's still, you know, just for the mount. I think I've completed this dungeon maybe 2 or 3 times before. Like in total. So there might be some equipment from the last boss that I haven't gotten any of yet. But I don't plan on completing this one because it's not that interesting of a dungeon. There's actually 2 more bosses I remembered. you gonna drop anything for me today? Let's go ahead and roll for it. Oh, yesterday I was running down here, and because I'm so used to not having to care at all about the spikes that fall down, I actually got killed because I was busy writing in the chat. Let's go ahead and roll. See what we get. A 7 out of 20. Should we just send the ghoul to kill him because we're not gonna get anything anyways? Yeah. Nope. Even though I'm quite aware that my die roll is not gonna make a difference, I still somehow believe that the dice are like gonna decide what I'm going to get. That's stupid. By the way, if you want to level, now is the time, because you get the buff from Darkmoon Fair, and there's time walking dungeons. They give extra XP. So, you know, if you want to level up a new character from scratch, now's the time. Oh, and somebody left the stream. Guess they went to do that. Okay, so the next ones we're gonna get is going to be very close from here. Actually, we're gonna go down to Stranglethorn Vale, and there's 2 mounts in 1 dungeon there. And once we've done that, we're gonna go up to Karashan. There's also 2 mounts. I would actually really love to get the second one. I would be fine with the first one as well. I would actually use it. I think they can fly, so that's a thing. I like when you get a horse mount that can fly. Like, that's just like the coolest thing ever. Ring. I keep reading Ring Destiny Decider up in the corner up there, but it says RNG, Random Number Generator. I love how quiet my dogs are. My girlfriend, she started dragging blankets and a bone that he could chew on. Like now he's actually entertaining himself. Like in the past he would just come in here and that's it. A fun thing to do one day could be to go down to this area down here, because there's a Tranquil Garden Cemetery, and there's a certain quest down there where people have to kill a type of boss. It's not difficult to kill, but you know, they need to kill a boss, which is a ghoul. It would be fun to just stand down there, either pretend to be like a boss they have to get through, which they can't because I'm level 120, so that might not be a thing. But another thing is that you could always just pretend to be like a mercenary for hire. That would actually be a way to make gold. Like people could hire you to help you level up because it'll be much faster. I think it's oh, I have like this random here. I think it would be easier to do it like that instead of, I don't know, boosting. Just pay in-game gold to have somebody help you out for an hour. I think it's still heroic, so we should be fine. I thought that was just like the Titanic theme song playing in the background. Really? Yeah, I thought so. Let's oh, we're gonna get on Ansu. So this was the like I talk about the Frostworm being the first like unique mount that I got. That is not like a really easy mount to get, because it's actually an achievement mount. You actually need to do a bunch of achievements in Icecrown Citadel. But this one is the first mount that I ever got myself. Like grinded for it. It had like a, I think it's a 5% drop chance or a 3% drop chance or something, and I grinded for it in a dungeon every single day for a few months, and I got it then. So I should be getting that other dragon mount soon. I mean, Ansu dropped for me, so no, I hate these things. I hate them because once you get up to the top, you can't see where's it gonna roll from. Is it the center? Is it the middle? Where? Center and middle is the same thing. You can't tell which side it's gonna roll for. I could just attack him once I get near the top and do it that way. That might actually be a thing. Sorry, accidentally killed that person over there. I was aiming for these two. But you know, that's what happens with diseases and viruses. They just sort of spread, and I can't really decide where. Oh no! Okay, we haven't clicked yet. We haven't clicked. What are we gonna get? 15! It's kind of difficult to see. Well, I got a sword. Oh, it's shiny. What kind of weapons can Death Knight get? I completely forgot what we have here. Okay, one-handed axes, swords, maces, and two-handed axes, sword, and maces, and polearm. So basically everything except for staves. That would be cool too if the Death Knight could have staves. I would like prefer him to be like a farmer. Not a farmer as in farming, but farming for gear, because he could have so much. We could also do like this one. Also kind of matches the Death Knight. A little like a normal horse instead of an undead one. This is the reputation you get from... Oh, where is it? I think it's from... What are they called? Not Stormsong Valley. You know, the Drossvar zone in BFA. That group of people. The Order of Embers, they're called. I think this is the horse you get from them. Okay, we should almost be there. Should we roll already? Might as well do a roll. Roll the dice! 19! Not too shabby. Oh, my girlfriend just joined a transmog run. Oh, I want to join that too. Oh, let's kill this one really quick. Come on, you're right here. Come on. Okay, we didn't get anything. I'm gonna ask if I can request to join group. That would be a really neat run, and there's also a mountain there, so you know, 2 flies in 1 hit, or 2 birds in 1 stone. But however you say that, I think flies would be better because you don't want to hit birds. Come on. Oh my god. Come on. There you go. Let's see about that group my girlfriend was trying to join. So group finder, rates legacy. Can I not join this group? Transmog run, skip Iona. Well, I guess I'll just sign up then. I kind of like that there's not flowers around the, what are they called? Kultiran druids. They're supposed to be like death druids, so flowers is not really a thing. At least not a matching thing. There we go. Accept. Wait. Yes. Is that the same group? It is the same group. Okay. Let's go to Dalaran. I think my girlfriend might have pushed a little bit to get me invited. There's a lot of gear from this raid that I would actually like to have with my Death Knight, because I think there's not a lot of cool things to get with a lot of the other ones. I should probably have Facebook open in case somebody tries to... Well, I got 2 messages. Exciting about the internet. Oh, and she's asking me to tell me when I'm live. I'm live! I'm live now. Coincidence? I think not, somebody wrote. Oh, somebody posted a picture of one of the old gods. Oh, there's my girlfriend. She's over here. And then a photo of a black hole. And apparently they look similar. There she is. Okay, so Hope's Landing. I'm sorry if my chair is making noises. I'm trying to sit still in it. Okay, so I need a mount that can carry 2 people. I'll take this one. Just stretch my wings out. There we go. It's still early morning. Well, it's not. It's actually noon. So there she is. Whoop. We are on the way to a raid. It's an old kids Christmas calendar song. Vi är på väg till dig, juleman. And torn wastes. There's actually a rare here that you can actually try and kill for a mount. I think it's daily you can farm it, so that might actually be a good idea. Oh no! We're being attacked by weaklings. Am I not going the right way? Oh, it's here. Okay.
Stand ready.
I wonder if I could just jump down over there. Might have to look out for that. I'm not sure how much health we'll lose. Yeah, we could possibly just jump down from there next time, so we don't need to, you know, be here. Is he already inside? He might be. I think we're enough people. I mean, it's... Well, I don't know.
We've breached the light forged. Secure this
Oh,
position.
okay, so we're the first ones in here. Is it mythic? It's heroic. We have to go outside again.
We'll draw all the fire we can, Torarian. But we cannot hold out long. You must disable their defenses.
So we're the only ones here? Where's the rest of the group? Crassus Landing. Trade winds. Okay, no one is here. No one is here. People are leaving the group now? Why are people leaving? They're retards. Well, okay. If anyone needs a sum, we are at the interest. Oh, people are joining again. Okay, that's good. Oh. Can you change it to mythic, please? He's not changing it to mythic, people are claiming. Like, that's why he is... He's not... That's why people are leaving. It is mythic, right? Yeah, it is. He's advertising it as mythic. I need specific person to enter the dungeon first who will have the EONR skip. Okay, so it's the guy who has the EONR skip that needs to enter the dungeon first. So that's what the deal is. And people, they thought that he wouldn't change it to mythic. Like because he didn't want to. And then they left. So it's a little bit of a misunderstanding. He didn't have perfect English, so... Yeah, it does say heroic, but he needs a specific person to get and join the group who has the EONR skip. Then he's gonna make that person the leader. And then once he's done that, that person with the EONR skip is gonna change it to mythic, because there's no reason that he changes it if he's just gonna if it's just gonna change back again once he invites another person. So that's the deal here. That's why he's not doing it. Okay. Anyone else need a sum? Ah, my girlfriend wrote to me. Okay, so Hurricane something needs a sum. Oh, okay, we can enter now. I was trying to figure things out, because I'm not gonna be the person who beats on a person for their English. It was just kind of weird, like the way he was doing things. Like he wasn't communicating. Everybody's whispering me because they whispered me before, and okay. Randall needs a sum. Where's Randall? He's right there. People they whispered me to get summoned, and because they forgot to roll /I, they keep whispering me when they want to talk to the entire group. Okay, anyone else? Ice Crown needs a summon. And I need somebody to help me out with the summon. Please. Is nobody helping me? Oh my god. You know what? Guess we're just two doing it. I'm hoping for something cool. Ice Crown needs some. There's quite a few people not here. I also have the quest down here for like doing this one and then skipping later on, I think. Rune of Passage. Yeah, I think that's the one. I need to see what that quest is all about. Okay, let's see what this quest is. Despite the dangerous energies pulsing up from the heart of Argus, the soul hunter travels unhindered through the burning throne. Collect 4 runes of passage on Mythic. Huh. Okay, so I haven't done it on Mythic yet. Really? Okay, well I have it now. I thought that was the one I was doing. Ah, so I only have one. Well, after this one. Anyone else needs to summon? Probably not. Okay, let's go. I didn't get reroll tokens. Too bad. I don't have it either. I didn't think that was still a thing. I thought they removed that every time, but I guess not. Alright, so let's try our AoE abilities. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright. It works out fine. Some possible. Oh. Well, some person did get summoned. I'll just tell him we'll do it right before the boss.
I don't have a target.
One and a 2 and a 3. AoE abilities for the win. With the Death Knight. I'm not even keeping track of just use my abilities. I need to keep track of my my runes down there. I'm not spending any of my powerful ability. Okay, so 3 people needs to sum.
I don't have a target. Enemy contact. Deploying arsenal. We're gaining ground. Press the attack. Lightforge, fall back, champions! Bring that monstrosity!
Oh, that's not a sumstone. We need a sumstone. Not a health stone. Warlock? Oh my god, somebody just started attacking the boss.
Weapon system prime. Target locked.
People should get kicked if they don't pay it, like if they don't listen. Skad, du skal ikke heal. Skad.
Targets acquired.
Yeah, kick the people if they keep hitting it.
Leave none alive.
Like don't kill it. Okay, she's not healing.
Targets acquired.
Yeah, jump off the edge. Just jump off. Can we? Can we just jump off and die? Is it possible? No, can't.
Cannon prime for annihilation. Weapon system prime. Target locked.
Come on, just kill us off. There we go.
None alive.
Oh my god.
Hostile destroyed. Enemy combatants.
Okay, yeah. Now let's just release, and here we go. Let's summon. Whoops. I guess the warlock is running. Oh my god, people are not paying attention in this raid. It's starting out so bad. Oh, that's not her. I thought it was my girlfriend.
I'm out of range.
Warlock and Death Knight. That's actually a perfect combo. Both have something to do with death or demons. Okay, let's start summoning people. So who needed a summon? Randall needed a summon. Who else? Azazel, Janizar. This person needed. Why do you keep doing that? This demon hunter just keeps like solo doing things. Like I'm doing it. My girlfriend got kicked? Okay, she's getting invited back. Invite. Is she coming back? Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm leaving then.
Combatants detected. Threat level nominal.
I am not gonna do this if my girlfriend is going to get kicked from the group. I saw my girlfriend stop healing. I asked her to stop healing. She stopped healing. She was here a long time after I asked her to stop. You can preview the stream. She was here long after she stopped healing, and then suddenly she got kicked. That is just like really bad. That was the raid leader being really bad at looking at who was healing and who wasn't healing. Yeah. So I am not gonna be part of that group if they are gonna be like that. Anyways, let's see if we can get something when it comes to mounts. What is the next stop that we had? I have my list here, but oh, where is it? Weekly dungeon and raid mounts. There's actually one specific one that I want to go for. It is, if we go to Stormwind, it is one of the mounts that I just really want to have, and it's one that my girlfriend has. Where's it? Which? Okay, it's this one. Shatrath. I always have issues saying that name. So I wrote the group right before I left. I said thanks anyways. Yeah, she was healing but stopped when I asked her to. She was here many minutes after she stopped healing but then got kicked. So exactly, they kicked me 2 seconds after there was somebody who capped that we needed to stop healing. But it's okay, I don't want those short-headed people. It's fine. There was so many issues already with the group. They didn't have anything under control. So yeah, kind of feel the same way. Someone's laughing. Oh, it's because it's Draenei laughing. It sounded like my girlfriend's character laughing. Yeah, they did not have control over anything. First, somebody just randomly started pulling when nobody, like we said in the chat, it's probably, I shouldn't say that. I'll get in trouble for saying that. Somebody started pulling. I have a pretty good idea who it was. Somebody who didn't understand like any English, that didn't know what we were talking about in the chat. I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna say any ethnicities, because there's just a typical one in this game. Hey buddy, who doesn't understand English. And again, it's fine. They're on a European server. There's no requirement for understanding English, but you know, it's kind of annoying when you can't communicate. So, oh, you're so big and handsome. A streaming dog. Yeah, you're a streaming dog. Yeah, you are. Oh, did you tell them about the morning? You woke us up really early when it was still dark outside, and then you didn't want to go pee. when I took you out. Yeah, you didn't say that, did you? It's embarrassing. Okay. I also tried the dragon, but it wasn't... Oh, hey! Givragus. Can you show 1 second your talents? Sure thing. Talents. There you go. It's kind of in the way of my my thing at the top, but you can kind of see it there. Most of these talents are picked off what is recommended on YouTube videos and Icy Veins. I haven't really experimented with any of them. Let me just see. I need to see where I'm headed. Now I might actually be able to see it better. On the top row, I know that, like, I'm trying for a single target build here because I want to be able to do PvP fights if I end up in one. So it's more important for me to do single target builds rather than something a little bit more, I don't know, dungeon fitting. I think single target builds are also meant for raids, right? But on the top one, I know that everybody recommends you pick this one, all will serve. But I pick Clawing Shadows instead because I hate that second skeleton that pops up. I think it's just, it ruins the look of my Death Knight. If you could transfer him into another ghoul, like maybe change the look of him to another ghoul, I would be fine with it. But, you know, I picked this one because it's a ranged ability, so I would rather much... Did I just get hit by something? I got hit by lightning! Oh! That's weird. Okay. But besides that, I think Ebon Fever, I don't know, is better for AoE, whereas this one is maybe better for single target. Asphyxiate is an obvious one because the other two are like eh. Soul Reaper is also good for single target. This one down here, I don't really understand anti-magic shell. It is my impression that it only blocks magic. And a lot of the damage in the game is physical damage. So I don't really understand what that is all about. Maybe you're a Death Knight main too. Maybe that's why you're asking. Or at least you have some understanding about Death Knights. But yeah, there is a... which button is it? This one. I had to like figure out what I wanted to pick here. Pestilence is apparently better for single target, even though I think the idea of Defile sounds cooler. It also has a much nicer looking circle that's good placed on the ground. I basically just picked what I was recommended. Okay, let's get rid of some of these. Oh really? 2 items? Gold and 3 flasks. That's what we got from all those. That was not a lot. You started to level up a Death Knight? Oh! Do you like plate classes? Because if you do, then this is a really... Oh, my girlfriend wrote something. I was wondering why everybody started dying. Haha. I thought... what the hell are these losers? Because it's like a low level raid. I was so focused on keeping everybody alive because everybody was dying. She was expecting the leader to pull and do something coordinated, so she didn't know that we hadn't started yet. She was in shock that everybody was doing such a bad job on a low level raid. That's because everybody was trying to die. Like they were purposely standing and stuff, and she started panicking like, oh my god, people are dying. And she started healing them all. That's funny. But now I have experienced that I clearly have to wait 100 years and not heal anybody that are so uncoordinated and have such bad leadership. What do I know? It's my first time doing Mythic as a healer. I do also want to say my girlfriend's defense that it is healing is not something that she's used to. She's actually very new at healing. So when you're a new healer or a new tank, you get quickly very focused on the task at hand. Like me, when I do dungeons or raids, I can do other stuff now. I can multitask while I'm healing, even though I'm still very focused at it. But if you're a new healer, it takes up all your focus. So you can't look down the chat. You're so focused on clicking people that you're not reading the chat. So, but yeah, I think it's great that you're leveling up a Death Knight. I think Death Knights are the best plate class in the game. It is a difficult class to learn, and I know people will tell you, oh, Death Knights are so easy, but they're not. Depends on the spec at least. The Frost Death Knight is somewhat the entry level, you know, getting into the Death Knight sort of thing, where the Unholy Death Knight is much more complicated than that. People say it's easy. If they say Death Knight, at least Unholy Death Knight, is easy to play, it is because they don't fully understand yet what exactly goes into playing the Unholy Death Knight. Professor, hey! Or they just don't, or they just like try to sound like they think the Death Knight is so easy, like to sound better than everyone else. At lower levels, when you're still leveling up the Death Knight, it's not so complicated. But once you have all your spells, it's a different deal. In a good way. In a good way. I can actually, I'll explain a little bit about what I know about the Death Knight so far. Let's actually do, no, we're not gonna do a roll yet. We're not gonna do a roll yet, because I have my roll up there. So when it comes to the Death Knight, the way I found to play Unholy Death Knight the easiest is to look at your abilities and divide them, because some of these abilities are offensive cooldowns, some of them are defensive cooldowns, and some of them you need to spend runes on, and some of them you need to spend runic power on. So what I found is that there's 2 abilities, technically 3 if you talent into it with a PvP talent. There's 3 abilities that spends rune power. One is really good for single target damage, but spends 2 runes, and also applies festering wounds, which you need to use for your other abilities. And then the other 2 spend 1 rune, and one of them prevents healing on the player, which is really good in PvP, and the other one deals area of effect damage. So you need to kind of pick here what you want to do. So usually if I want to do AoE, I'll apply a Outbreak, which is, you know, an AoE attack. Then I'll put down a this thing, what is it called, Death and Decay, and then I'll walk up, just hit 2 times with my Festering Strike to apply some wounds to them, and then I'll use Clawing Shadows, which I spec'd into it, which is a ranged attack now, because it hurts everybody around. So it's a really good AoE damage, but it only deals AoE if the target has Festering Wounds on them. So that's very important to know. Then once you do that, you'll build up runic power. Oh crap, I need to be on this. Ah! Did I make it in time? Oh, there's one person left. There's one person left. Then you have 2 abilities that spend runic power. One is Death Coil, which is a slightly stronger attack than the other one. Not by a lot. I mean, you don't really need to choose this one just based off the damage. It's more about the purpose. Let's roll. But it reduces the cooldown of one of your stronger techniques, so that's really the point about that one. And then the other one applies healing, so you heal yourself. So you need to choose, do you want to reduce your cooldown or do you want to heal yourself? That's really the thing here. Plus, one of them is ranged, the other one is not. So that's also something to consider. You can actually play the Death Knight almost completely ranged, which is kind of neat. Yes. And then imagine everybody dies suddenly. What? And then 3 seconds later, I realized something was wrong. So I stopped for 5 seconds, looked in the chat, saw in the chat that we're not supposed to heal. 1 second after I was kicked. Too bad. I have Scatter on, and I did only 10% of the healing. There was another one who did 50%. Yeah, imagine she got kicked. Okay, What did we get? A 3? Oh. Yeah, we're not gonna get them out this time. Oh, go away. I realized you could right-click those. Yeah, we didn't get them out. Could I... No, that's not for the Death Knight. Okay. So we just have stuff to sell. Next one. Which one's the next one? I have my list here. Oh, Karashan. We didn't do Karashan. I completely missed that one because we did the... we did Antoros, so at least we tried to do Antoros. Thanks for the advice. You're welcome. This probably doesn't make a lot of sense when I'm just standing here talking about them. Like, you have one that does this and one that does the other. Like, I didn't really use specific names for them. And again, I sound like I'm a pro at the Death Knight. At least I try to sound like I am, but I'm not. I know how to use my spells and rotations pretty well by now, but in actual PvP fights, when it comes to when you need to spend the cooldowns, when you need to go defensive, when you need to start doing offensive cooldowns, I'm still learning that part. So let's go to Karashan. That's the next one. Is that a... I think it's weird when human paladins use a... like, it's a cool weapon. I just think it's kind of weird. It's more like a horde weapon. It's perfect for Sandalar. What other class do you like main? Like, you say you're leveling up a Death Knight now, but what exactly do you main in the game? I think the Death Knight is awesome, and it starts at level 55, I believe. So the leveling is not too bad. I mean, you're almost halfway when you start out, which is neat. And you're in luck, because there is a 10% bonus to XP in Darkmoon Fair right now. If you take one of the rides, then you get it. And if you also do time walking dungeons, they level you up quite fast. So you can actually grind yourself up really fast, like 2 days it'll take, and then you're like max level. So I did the long route last time. A survival hunter, nice. That's my favorite spec with the hunter. I was actually maining hunter at the start of BFA. I mained Beastmaster mostly because I wasn't too familiar with the survival hunter yet, but then I tried the survival hunter and it's just much more fun. It destroys in PvP, so it's a lot of fun there. You'll notice that the Death Knight is very different, because hunters are very agile, and you can do a lot of kiting very easily, and it's like fast movements, and the Death Knight is like the slowest class in the game. So going from hunter to Death Knight is a little bit difficult. If you have to appreciate what the Death Knight gives you, because it gives you sort of a, like, the hunter, I think you need to spam a lot. Like, you need to always press an ability. Whatever lights up, you press it. Of course, you know, it's not just brain dead pressing, but there's some thought going into it as well. But compared to the Death Knight, you feel like you're clicking very few buttons at all times, and you're like, oh my god, I must be dealing so low damage. And then you look down at damage meters, and you're actually doing okay. And you know, you just need to know when to use which ones. It's more about thinking about scenarios. Okay, this is... Now there's like this many, there's a lot of enemies. I need to do AoE, so I need to go into that mindset. And then you need to combine the spells in a different way. Okay, let's see. Heroic, yeah. Whereas if you were to do single target, you suddenly need to use all the different spells in a different way. So you're basically using the same spells for AoE and single target, but you need to do them in different orders. Which is kind of weird. So... the doorman. Okay. Just need to kill this guy. My survival hunter is actually one of the highest item level characters that I have. My druids are the highest, then my survival hunter, and then the Death Knight is heading up there too. So now I'm doing AoE, so I would typically apply Outbreak, then throw down one of these Death and Decay circles, apply one Festering Wound, and then use of shadow clawing shadows to spread some AoE. So, but because, you know, like they die. A shield, nice. Oh, it actually looks kind of cool. Kind of like a horde symbol a little bit, I think. Let's get midnight. Oh, let's roll. Roll the days. 12. Oh well. Yeah, we didn't get anything. Legion version. I can actually show some of my techniques in the Legion version because they don't die immediately. I'll show off what I mean. Give a few tips and tricks that I learned. You'll actually notice that my spells down here, I'm using an MMO mouse, so they are matching up with my the buttons on the side of my mouse. And if I hold down Shift, I switch to this set over here. If I hold down Control, I switch to this set over here. So I can kind of switch back and forth between different sets of spells very fast and easily. So I can't play the game without my MMO mouse now. But I'll show a little bit of what I mean about single target and an AoE, just like in a tutorial kind of way, like a slow way to do it. Need to change this to Mythic. That's very important. There we go. Yes, let's reset. Hey, Khadgar. Okay, there's a single target opponent. So I would usually start with Outbreak, Death and Decay. I would use, what do you call it, Festering Strike. Then you can see I get some Festering Wounds. Then I would just fire off Death Coil for single target. If I need healing, I'll use my Death Strike instead. Then I'll just keep using Festering Strike. Like, only that one, because it's the one that has the highest single target damage. You might feel tempted to use Clawing Shadows or the other one that is it replaces when you choose the talent, Scourge Strike. You might be tempted, don't do it. It deals less damage. So just use Festering Strike for single target. It doesn't matter if you cap on Festering Wounds, it doesn't matter, just keep using it. Then for AoE scenarios, and again, you have all these strong cooldowns over here. You just gotta sort of look out for which ones you want to use when. If I were to attract some of these, let's just get them. You'll actually notice I apply Outbreak, Death and Decay, Festering Wounds, and then, what do you call it? Clawing Shadows, because it's AoE. But only if your target has Festering Wounds. So I'll just do that here. Festering Wounds. There we go. Clawing Shadow. Everybody loses health. AoE damage. Spreading out. So awesome. Let's just go ahead and use some of these free buffs we got here. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. So just a few tips there. And then you have to, like, with the cooldowns, like the strong offensive cooldowns you have to be, like, very considerate about when you want to spend them. So I'm going to use this, apply some Festering Wounds, and AoE. And they die too quick, so it's not like a lot of damage is happening there on the AoE. Against stronger enemies, you'll notice the AoE is insane. At the beginning, when I started playing the Death Knight, I could not see how Unholy would be a good, like, non-single target, like AoE damage sort of thing. But then I found out about the whole, you know, applying AoE using the wounds, and it's just, like, so great. Like, you see how they're just, like, all the numbers light up. Then I have a couple of quick buttons. I have a quick button for my Death Grip, if I need to pull somebody to me. And I have a quick button for interrupting. Oh, what are we gonna guess it is? It is going to be Beauty and the Beast again. It's been that the last 2 times. And last time with the Monkey King, it was the Monkey King for, like, the longest time. No, it's gonna be different. It resets. I think it's going to be 1 adventure per week. That's what I think this is. It is not going to be Beauty and the Beast. It is going to be the Wizard of Oz. I'm guessing. I think I've... Oh no, it's the Monkey King. Oh, I hate this one.
Shut your jabber, drama man. The Monkey King's got another plan. Tonight, we got a Orchid show. An Orchid tale you think you know. That evil crone, she's not the worst. Another witch was nasty first. Mean Duker locked up all us hosen. Another path she should have chosen. So sit and slur, relax a gibbet. Enjoy the show that we call Wicked.
Elvira, come down from there. You're fluttering about like one of those horrible monkey creatures. We all deserve a chance to fly. Hey, do you really think the wizard will...
I don't know what the original story is of the Monkey King. I think that's why I don't like this adventure. I have no idea who they are. Like, is that the witches from the Wizard of Oz?
I don't have any friends. Well, apart from you, Galidra. If you're my friend, you'll make the Hosen get rid of these interlopers.
Well, you're supposed to be the good fairy then, so I guess they're not the Wizard of Oz. Okay, so we got 2 targets here. And they're bosses, so we can actually deal a bit of damage. So I'll hit twice, interrupt that one. Got some festering wounds. I'll use my buff on my, what do you call it? My thing. And now I can start doing AoE. Boom, boom. Oh, reapply. Oh, we got our runic power stacked up to full, so we'll just spend those. Reapply, there we go. AoE, AoE. I know they're not together right now, so single target would be better. But usually, you would be doing AoE there. Boom, boom. And see, you can actually do it range, so it's kind of cool. Interrupts. Reapply festering wounds. AoE, AoE. And again, I have some cooldowns I could be spending here to recharge my runes faster, but I just don't want to. I don't see a reason to when it's a boss. Yay! We got something that we could not use. It's too bad that he can't use PvP talents in these sort of fights. That's the cast from the Wizard of Oz. I think it's the same witch. Okay. AoE. AoE. Oh, we got full rune stacks, so we'll just boop, boop, boop. There we go. And let's go and do some AoE damage. I also got full runic power. One thing I need to practice is keeping an eye out for that runic power, because I don't want to cap it. Boom, single target. Boom, single target. Dead. Oh, let's lose. The only bad thing about the Death Knight, I think, is that we don't have a healing spec. It would be kind of cool to see a healing spec that focuses around death magic in order to keep people alive. That would be so cool. Okay, let's go use some AoE. Oh, look at those numbers popping up. It's amazing. Okay, we got some of these charged up. Boom. Reapply. Then start AoEing down again. Boom, boom, boom. Say boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, die. And that was without spending my death and decay. Because I don't want them to die too fast. I'm sort of practicing my rotation on them. So, you know, just spending a minimal amount of spells and then practicing the Clong Shadows AoE technique is good to start with. Because how often do you get to actually see your spells doing an actual effect? So AoE, AoE, and he's dead. Boom. Shoot at a distance, distance. Oh, he disorientated me. Oh, you bastard. down. Oh, they're immune? Oh, I can't slow them. Is that because we're in a dungeon, or is that just like a general thing with that specific enemy type? Let's farm them. There we go. Yesterday while I was streaming. Was that yesterday? It might have been the day before that. There was one of the viewers who had been playing a little bit of the Death Knight, but not really gotten that much into it. And apparently I motivated them to play the Death Knight again. Because they saw how much fun I had with the technical parts. See, I'm capping on rune power and I'm not spending it, so I need to spend it. There we go. Single target, single target. Boom. 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 And the cool thing about the Death Knight, like something that changed in the past, I don't know if you know this, if you're still in the chat, I don't know. But I think that changed about the Death Knight is the fact that... Wait, am I going the right way? Oh, it's this way. I think that changed is the fact that we used to not have very good healing. Like, we would die often. And our damage was fine at the start of BFA, but we would just keep dying because we didn't have a way to stay alive. And then we suddenly got buffs everywhere, like when it came to healing. So now we are actually very good at keeping ourselves alive. Like, we are actually some of the best ones when it comes to it. And just basically keep spamming. Oh, you are there, that's good. I can just basically keep spamming my heal button and heal up. If I do have my PvP talent available, you see I just keep healing. If I do have my PvP talents available, I do also get a 7-second 50% reduction on my healing. So I can just keep spamming it. And it's just so great. Like, I don't die with my Unholy. Only against other players that are much higher item level than me, I'll die. Okay, let's go and do some AoE. Boom, boom, boom. Burnt down my... Yesterday I was doing dungeons and I didn't realize it was the festering wounds that caused the AoE damage. And I would just keep spamming my clawing shadows, thinking that I was the one dealing the AoE damage because I saw numbers pop up everywhere. But then I realized it was my Outbreak and my minion that was doing all the AoE. So I was keeping up with everybody else damage-wise. Like, I was doing fine. And I thought to myself, okay, that's good, they're not underpowered then. But then I realized that all my AoE was not really being used. I was just like spamming my least powerful single target attack, and it wasn't doing AoE damage, so I was wasting it. So now I need to keep an eye out for that. Okay, need to make sure we don't cap on runic power, because I keep doing that. That blue bar down there should not be filling up. Gotta spend. Oh my god, there's so many of them to spend. So many free casts. And I want to focus on other spells, but you see, it's just so... The Death Knight is just too good. I'm just messing around. It's okay to feel excited about a class. Okay, so there's some people over there, but you know what? We're Death Knight. We're not gonna die. Especially if we were to tank right now. I would not die. I think Death Knights are like the best tanks in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the dice. Hopefully for 20. Well, almost as good. We got a 7. Yeah, everybody gets pulled in here. You're gonna be taken into my AoE damage. Look at all those numbers. Okay, come on, deal some AoE. AoE damage. And again, I'm capping on runic power because I'm not worried about it, but I should be. Not even focus on where I'm standing. Let's actually heal ourselves up again. They are fun to play. A little bit difficult in the beginning, I think, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually really fun. Okay, I haven't even hurt you. Let's do that. Let's not cap on runic power, because we're wasting... Like, we will actually end up... Whoa! Oh! No! We will actually cap on runes if we don't focus on our runic power. So, okay. Single target, and again, I'm not even using any of my strong defensive cooldowns. Like, if I were to do that, it would look something like this. Oh, I guess he died. We got a 7. So I'm not expecting... Yeah, got gold. Is there anything else nearby that we could farm? I guess we're gonna go to Pandaria. We're gonna go to Pandaria. Did I do Pandaria yet? Let me check. I don't think I did Pandaria. Raid info. No, I have not done Pandaria. Let's go to Pandaria. Oh. But like I said, you know, one thing I noticed is that if you want to gear up in BFA and you have a hard time getting into groups as a DPS, it's always better just spec as a healer and actually learn how to do healing. That's what I did with my druid. Then I would oh, look at that one. Avatar of Bloods? It's a pet. What? How do you get that one? It's a human death knight. Is that a human death knight? He looks so buff. Is that... No, that's a shaman. Avatar Bloodshed. Oh, there the... Is that the hunter? No, that's a Void Elf priest. Okay, I don't know. Wait, okay, yeah, we're not in Stormwind. We need to go to Stormwind. Go. Ah, oh, come on. So far my internet is holding up. Yesterday it was just like completely garbage. I could not stream yesterday. I streamed for I think an hour and then it just went away. I joined one time walking dungeon. Maybe that should be my lesson. Don't join dungeons or PvP matches. Because that's the times anytime my stream has crashed because of bad internet connection, it has been when I joined a instance of PvP or dungeon. More specifically, a dungeon that is not old content, like current content dungeons, like maybe time walking dungeons. Okay, I think the first one is over here. There, okay. This is like the coolest mount for a Death Knight. And again, I keep saying it, but this was actually my first ever, I don't know if you call it a rare mount, because it's an achievement mount, but it's like, it's my first mount that is not like you just go over and buy it. Like, did you actually earn it? Oh, it's raining. I'm a little hesitant about my transmog. I think it looks really cool. There's just something a bit off. Like, I do have some different things planned. So where is it? Okay, I'm not there yet. I do have a specific transmog planned. Just find it. This one. I love the belt. It's from Uldir, the new raid. And just a slightly different color in the chest piece. I think this would be cool. I think the chest piece might be the thing that's a little bit off. I don't know. I like the original Death Knight shoulders. They're not too over the top, but they still look cool. I like realistic looking armor. I've never really been... Well, I used to be a fan of flashy armor. Like the ones with the colors and everything, but... Today I'm more like... realism. Oh, I'm like going way off course here. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way over there. I thought this seemed familiar. Yeah, it's like right there. The mounts that I hear is some of the rarest mount you apparently can get in the game. It's on every single list of like the rarest mounts. And if you go to check like how many people have certain mounts, these are also some of the ones that the fewest people have. I'm trying to do with Hunter the achievement to get this mount, and I must wait 1 week to do the raid again. Yeah, it does kind of suck that you have to do it in like multiple attempts. There's one specific one. where you need to fight the vampire lady, and you need to do it while infected as a vampire, and you need to do it without being infected as a vampire. And it's just so annoying. Now, I'm actually used to playing a druid. Like, that's actually the main I have for BFA at the moment. And not having invisibility, like I'm standing here right in the open, like I'm open to attack, is a little bit weird of a feeling. I'm not that high item level yet. My weapon is only 340, which is something I really need upgraded. My gloves is 355, legs are 355. And then I have a bunch of 360 gear and 375 gear. A couple of 370s. I have one item level 400 and one 390. And another 385. That's it. Like, that's all I have when it comes to high gear. Heart of Azeroth doesn't really count because it's really unlocked now. I just bought the pants yesterday, actually. I finally took my time to go to the garrison to try and unlock some of the armor there. And if you buy the dwarven something, you know, where they build weapons and stuff, then you can buy these pants. Hammer Stealer. What kind of name is that? So you steal hammers? Is that because you stole paladin hammers, because they're sort of the opposite? I don't really get the name there. Oh, he's level 111. I could take him on if I wanted to. And it's a paladin. Oh, he disappeared. I don't think he can queue up for anything here. Oh, there's a, what do you call those? A thing. Is it the 10-player version or is it the 25-player version of the mount you're trying to get? The one I have here is the 25-player, and I can't just on my own get the 10-player version. I got this one because my friend was helping me out when I started the game the first time. He was the guy who got me the mount. Like, I just followed behind him at a low level. I couldn't do anything in the raid. So he just kind of ran through and helped me collect all these mounts. Or at least achievements for this one. Oh my god, come on. I'm trying to get my leg up on my chair. It's tough getting old. 10-player version. That's actually the one that I want to get. I think the color combination with the 10-player version is very cool. Mounts. Oh, what is it called? Worm something? Frostworm? Bloodbathe Frostworm Vanquisher. Like, the brown color on it is just so cool. It's just like an opposite color scheme. So the wings, like the in between the wings, is the same color as the body of this one. Yeah, I don't have this one yet. I want to get it. I could actually spend today trying to get this one. It's just a little bit difficult with the last one, with Arthur's. Like, we have to get those stacks of Necrotic Plague. And I would need to look up a tutorial on how to do it, because it's been a while. It's something like, there's something you have to have a pet with you, or you need to be more than one person. Like, that's why the Hunter would actually work. The Hunter, the Warlock, and the Death Knight could actually do it, just solo. But besides that, I think you need to be more people. Because it's something about your pet needs to be, like, is seen as the tank. Therefore, the pet is getting something specific, whereas you will get the stacks. I forgot what it's all about, but there was something there. I'm suspecting an attack from somebody. There's going to be an oh, it's going to be an undead rogue or something attacking me. Single target! Single target! Not using my strong abilities in this one. Did I get something? Yeah, you used to... Oh, somebody's calling me. Oh. Yeah, using a pet... Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. There's the guy. Oh, he's stronger than me. It's Blood of Warlock. I didn't get anything. We rolled a 20 and we didn't get anything. I don't even know if that's how you get it. Should I try? Should I try attacking? Oh, the person... Why do they keep disappearing? So weird. Okay. Next one is the Shah of Anger. He's the one that I want the most of all these mounts. Like, if you have that one, you're like extremely lucky. I think Pandaria is probably one of the prettiest places. Oh, what is that? There's a yak down there that's like bloody underground. I never noticed that. Is that a boss? No. Oh, which race of Death Knight are you? Are you Horde or Alliance? And which race? I considered, just for fun, trying to do a Horde Death Knight. Just for fun. Like, I think Human Death Knight is my favorite. But just for fun. And I think the reason is that I'm either considering doing a Orc, because Orcs were the... There's always a guy screaming when I get past here. Orcs were like the original Death Knight, back when the Lich King was a thing. The Lich King soul that is stuck inside the armor of the Lich King is actually an Orc. In case you didn't know. That's actually kind of a fun thing. Oh no, somebody just killed him. Is that a player? No. Okay, I think we're gonna go for another mount while this one is respawning. And the other sort of Death Knight I think could be cool to have is a Forsaken. And the reason for that is that when you dance with the Forsaken, they have like the heavy metal kind of thing going on when they dance. So I think that's kind of cool. He's my first at Alliance, and he's a human. Awesome. That's a good choice. I think Human Death Knights are the best looking ones. There we go. I also considered at one point that a Worgen would be a really cool Death Knight. I actually think my original one, before when I made this Death Knight here, because he's undergone a few race changes. He went from a Worgen to a Dwarf, and a Dwarf to a Gnome, and a Gnome to a Human, I believe. So he's been through a lot. But I'm stuck at the Human. Like he's like the coolest one, I think. So is this a raid? Yeah, this is a raid, right? So we have to do heroic 25 player man. I wasn't part of this when it was current content back in the day. Or actually I was. I actually started playing this game back in Mr. Pandaria, but I never got to Mr. Pandaria. I think I only got to like level 50, I think, with a paladin, like a human paladin back in the day. My friend who got me into the game, he was a human paladin. So I asked him, you know, which sort of class do you recommend for a new player? I didn't know anything. And of course he said the paladin. And then I was like, I had to choose some kind of race. It had to be on the Alliance, because that's what he was playing, so if I wanted to play with him. I had to choose an alliance character, and I wanted to play something that I could relate to. So I played a human, which some consider being the most boring thing in the game, because why would you pick a human? You're a human yourself. Wouldn't you pick something that is more exciting, like an elf or something? But no, I think humans are cool to have in the game. Oh, we got something new. What did I get? Oh, ugly boots.
The door mechanism seems to have activated with the demise of the Guardians. I fear what we may find within.
I've always been attracted to the lore of the Death Knight. It's actually funny, the druid is the one, like the druid and the hunter are the two classes in the game that are most natural playing. Like I can play those without looking at my spells and I just know everything about them. At least I think I do. I probably don't. The Death Knight I have issues playing. Like it's a difficult class for me to play because I'm not used to the slow and methodical play style where you have to think about every situation you're in a whole other level than you usually would with other classes. Because you can't just spam your spells. Then you're gonna run out of spells to use and you're just gonna get stuck. Like you won't be able to do anything. Let's go and attack. There we go. A mace. A one-handed mace. Oh, it actually looks kind of cool. I saw from you how cool Human Death Knight is, and I make my Death Knight. Oh, okay, so you made it based off my stream. That's nice. I am not disappointed with the Human Death Knight. I think it's very cool. How much does this sell for? That's actually a kind of cool of a unholy weapon. I'm glad I can make people think a certain class is cool. Maybe it's because I'm too excited about it myself. Inlaid. Let's see how much it sells for. What's it called? Inlaid Hammer of the Fever Flare. Oh, it doesn't sell for a lot of gold. I will go ahead and just spend this one. There's no need to sell it for that little gold. So what level is your Death Knight right now? If you just started playing him, I'm guessing... Let me guess. I think your Death Knight is level... Like, without knowing how much you played him, you could just have created him just now. I don't know. But I'm going to guess that your Death Knight is level 60. Actually, no, I'm gonna guess 58. 58. 58 Death Knight. There's sort of a meme going around about Death Knights being level 58 because of that one YouTuber, Nixium.
This is not the last we have seen of Bang. The Zandalari, ancient allies of the Mogul. They must seek the legend.
I tried. I do actually have a. Oh, he's 69. Oh, you've actually gotten pretty far with him. Like, when did you make him? It couldn't have been yesterday unless you like really powered through leveling him up. And which spec do you play? Do you play Unholy, or do you play Blood, or do you play Frost? I think Frost is actually kind of a fun spec. It's more relaxing to play than Unholy because you have to really be on under Unholy at all times because you can't just spam your buttons. Where the Frost Death Knight is much easier when it comes to just like clicking what lights up, I think. It's more of a fun spec. But according to statistics, Frost Death Knight right now are not very good. Like, it's actually probably the worst, like, of all the different damage specs you can play, according to what statistics say. And again, you should never listen to statistics because Frost is just right now one of the bad ones. Later on, it's going to get buffed. There's going to be an update, and they're going to buff the Frost Death Knight, and then suddenly everyone's going to start playing them again. So I made it on Monday, and he is Unholy. That is so cool. I love that you made him unholy. It is such a fun spec. And again, it depends on what you're into. Are you into a methodical, slow, you know, don't just click all your spells because then you'll lose. Like you have to like look at the situation. It's a very, oh, what is that word? It's a classy spec. It's not a I'm just gonna pound every single button that lights up sort of spec. You have to be classy about it. You have to look at the situation. Like even though it's about all like boils and wounds and diseases, you know, it's classy. It's classy. So you gotta look at the situation. You're gonna be like, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. This is how I'm gonna be using my spells, because it changes every single situation it comes into. It's not the same rotation every single time. Whereas my druid is the same rotation every single time I attack enemies. There might be a slight variation of one specific attack you might need to use more often, but besides that, it is the exact same combination.
This should be the record of Kyang the Merciless, a great conqueror who ruled his vassals with an iron fist. I've heard tales of this one.
Blood Death Knight is also, I think, the best tank you can be in the game. It was the best tank in Legion, from what I could tell, because they have such an amazing self-healing. Like they won't die. If the healer dies, you're pretty much good for the next few minutes. Like you won't die as long as you use your rotation properly. Whereas if you were to play any other sort of tank spec, like you can only stay alive because you have a healer backing you up. But the Death Knight tank is such a powerful tank. Oh, okay. My girlfriend's granddad just called her about a shopping list. We have to go shopping for him today. Someone's calling me. Who is that? Advertisement. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang up. Advertisement keep calling me. There's a specific company that claims they're located in New York. I don't know why they would be calling me from a Danish number when they're located in New York. And I don't know why every single time I pick up the phone, it's an Indian person talking. just saying. Well, I probably know. I know it's a scam. They called me 3 times a day for the longest time. Like we're talking like 2 months, 3 times a day. And I finally picked up the phone and I told them, like, you know, just stop what you're saying and go to your computer, delete my name off that list, because I don't want you calling me anymore. And now they stopped calling me. Even though the lady in the phone, she got mad and she wanted to argue with me. I just coldly said, you know, I don't care what you say, delete my number, because I don't want to listen to I don't want to listen to anybody else employees. She claimed they hadn't been calling me. It was their number that had been calling me every single day. So when is shopping gonna happen? Is it at like after this raid that we're going to your granddad's with your shopping list? That's what I'm guessing it is. Okay, so it's soon. She answered my question before she even... There's a 23-second delay in the stream, so when I say something or ask a question, you won't see it for like 23 seconds. And she answered my question before she got to see my... hear my question, so... I think after this raid here, I will start with the shopping list, because we gotta get Granddad some food.
I'm out of range.
My girlfriend is so nice to her granddad. Takes really good care of him. Okay. So this mount here is one that, okay, fun story. I don't know if you've heard it, but my girlfriend, when I want a specific mount that I grind for, or just really want, like these are like the top 3 mounts I want from the game, my girlfriend will walk into a raid or dungeon and she will get the mount before she even attempted 10 times. That's how she is. I wanted Ashes of Alar. That's one of the 2 mounts I've been grinding since I started the game. Like all the way back the first time. And she got it on her 2nd attempt. Then this mount here is one that I always wanted, but I never knew really how to get it because I was very bad at looking stuff up online until Legion. She walked in here the 7th time when I was with her, and she got it. And now she tried for Invincible Reigns, which is the next one that I really want. I don't have any of the other 2 yet. I don't have this one either. But Invincible Reigns is the last one that I really want. Let's roll. 16, that's okay. And she went for it, and I would have gotten happy on her behalf, but I would also gotten sad if she got it, because that would mean she had all 3 mounts that I really wanted to have. Oh, he's like glitching out. Existence ends. I become nothing.
The machine has been destroyed, and so the mogul's power weakens.
Are you gonna get it?
These discs look familiar, but I cannot place their origin.
I am concentrating on getting this mount.
The
Takes
discs,
focus.
I'm
Concentration.